Airbnb just changed their algorithm again, and honestly, 95% of hosts have got absolutely no idea what's actually happening to their listing right now. Now, in this video, I'm going to break down exactly what's changed and 3 hacks you need to do right now. We'll also touch on why your bookings have probably dropped in the last few weeks, and more importantly, what you need to do right now to get ahead of your competitors. So guys, if you're new to this channel, my name is PSBK from growairbnb.com. And the main idea in today's video is a lot of people are panicking right now about their listings not doing well. Now, it's great that you are aware of something has changed, but you've got to understand what actually has changed in the algorithm and the actions you need to take today to actually fix that problem. Now, we've done this for over 6,000 properties globally over the last 8 years as growth partners for individual short-term owners like yourself, landlords, and even management companies around the world. Now, I'm going to give you the exact strategy that we're using right now with our clients to actually beat the algorithm change and get more bookings. Now, here's what most are getting wrong. They think that Airbnb's algorithm is just about pricing and reviews. And although that is basic things you can look at, sadly, even doing that, most operators don't actually understand properly why they do it. Now, maybe this is currently even you, but the real changes happening right now is how Airbnb is ranking your property based on guest behavior. And this is what's actually killing most of the listings. So here is my first one. Airbnb is now prioritizing instant booking feature, listing that way more than ever. Now, this means you can either have it turned on, meaning guests can book it straight away, or off, where they have to send you a request to book. So actually, look, I've just searched what percentage of properties do Airbnb have instant booking turned on. And Google's basically, or AI is basically saying, while Airbnb's exact constant shift percentage isn't public, there's basically people saying that the instant booking is often 70 to 90% in popular demand areas. So basically means, you can see it says it boosts visibility, conversion, and simplifies hosting. So you can see, guys, this means that there's still anywhere up to 30% of hosts currently who do not actually have instant booking turned on. It's very obvious. You can see why. If you're currently not using instant booking turn on and the feature, you've probably seen a massive drop in your impressions and your views over the last 2-3 weeks, especially if you're based in the UK market. Now, as we enter this slow season, at this point, Airbnb is basically telling you, we want instant booking turned on because it creates a better guest experience and we are going to reward the host who do it. Now, if you've got 2-3 properties and you're still doing it the old way where you manually actually approve bookings, you're basically losing over 50 to 60% of your potential visibility on the actual platform. And listen, let's not sit and wait, hoping that your listing is going to get seen, because at least for sure, when you've got instant booking turned on, Airbnb's algorithm is going to prioritize you over somebody who doesn't have it. And generally, a lot of new operators have this concern. And I get a lot of my clients going, Piers, I don't want to turn on instant booking because I'm worried about bad guests. The reality is, look, you've still got screening in place, you've still got house rules, and you've still got an ability to decline people who do not meet your requirement, and you can do that working with Airbnb support. So right now, the biggest area is the instant booking feature, which then leads your properties to have better visibilities and better bookings. Now look, you could really just trial it out on both your short-term and long-term stays and use it alongside your low season and high seasons. The more you understand and try, the better understanding and results you're going to have. I hope this gives you a good insight of what to do with it. So for now, the second area that you need to understand is Airbnb is now rewarding response time and the acceptance rate. Now look, I'm a big believer that yes, communication is absolutely everything. I say this to my client of mine, James. I always say to him, you can have the most beautiful listing in the world, but in reality, if you're not responding to your guest inquiries within an hour, and sometimes even quicker, or if you're declining too many bookings, the likely chances are that Airbnb is going to bury your listing. So the idea here is Airbnb's algorithm is now tracking how quickly you respond to your messages, how often you accept bookings, and how engaged you are with your potential guests. Listen, while you're watching this video, check your response time, check your acceptance rate, and the main thing is if you're not hitting 95% on your acceptance rate and respond time with 5% with new lead, you are basically telling Airbnb you are not a serious host. And if you're a client of mine, you understand this. There is a difference between being selective with your guests versus just declining everyone because you can't be bothered to reply, or a set process. Even sometimes when you can't host, you still don't have to decline. Now, if you're someone who's not worked with me and you are currently just going by what you think is right, which again, you know partly that might work. However, in reality, if you don't understand Airbnb's tracking every single interaction, you have just ignored a messages, it actually is going to cost you guys on more bookings. I've seen clients losing over 30 to 40% in the past on their bookings just because they've got a bad response time or a very low acceptance rate due to commitment of day work or being a parent. Now, while they run this whole business, look, I know it can be hard and it can be challenging. Now, the third area that you want to understand is Airbnb is now pushing listing that have better engagement. Look, in reality, you look at other most operators at some point in your investment area and you probably notice that they just seem to rank higher. Nothing different, right? They've still got same review or similar review and similar pricing. Airbnb is now looking at those things like how many people are saving your listing, like for example, that guest favorite button, how many people are clicking through your photos, and how many people are spending time on your actual listing page. So the more you keep someone in your listing, the more Airbnb knows that they will make commission working with you and they're going to more help you rank better. So what's Airbnb doing in this case is firstly having that engagement ready, and then secondly being able to actually optimize your listing to get people engaged with your listing. Now that will allow you to keep your ranking high. It will also not have to spend hours trying to figure out why you're not getting bookings, because eventually one thing you've got to understand is if you've got a low engagement on your listing, even if you've got great reviews, a lot of potential guests are never going to see your property just because Airbnb's algorithm have decided that your listing isn't interesting enough. And that's the harsh reality from Airbnb. Now look, I think again, make sure you understand this, because going into 2026, there is going to be more competition, more challenges. You will need to keep an eye on your engagement, because those people who've got high engagement on their listing are the people that's getting booked. So now that you understand the three major changes, let me give you the exact action plan that we're using right now with my clients. Number one, instant booking turned on. And if you haven't yet, do it now. There is no excuses, by the way, for not having this on. If you're worried about bad guests, you can still complete a good screening with them, set some requirement, but in reality, if you don't turn on instant booking, you are losing visibility. Number two, improve your response rate and acceptance. Now look, if you are getting inquiries and you are not responding within an hour, you need to set up the notification on your phone. Yes, it can get annoying, or even better, get an AI chatbot to handle the initial response for you. At this point, you're not going to lose any bookings because you were too late to reply. And number three is optimize your listing for engagement. Now this means better photos, better title, better description, and more importantly, when somebody lands on your listing page, they want to save, they want to click through all your photos, and they want to spend time actually reading about your property. Honestly, for me, my clients have nailed the guest booking behavior. Make sure that you are constantly updating your listing, because Airbnb rewards active hosts who are constantly improving those little things on their listing daily. And look, as always, quick tip here, a couple of things I want you to think about with my advice today. Firstly, go into your Airbnb dashboard right now, check your stats, go and look at your response time, your acceptance conversion rate and make sure that if you're falling short in anything, fix it today. We're using this exact strategies with our clients, and we are seeing over 30 to 50% increase in bookings over the period just by making these little changes. Can you go and implement this yourself and see the results? Absolutely. So guys, I hope you enjoyed another Grow Airbnb video. Now, Airbnb's algorithm for me at the moment is constantly changing. A lot of people panic, but nobody actually takes action apart from them saying, I've noticed my bookings are down, but you need to know what you're doing. Now, as long as you don't take action on what I've just shared with you and you haven't optimized your listing based on these changes, it means that you will be in the exact same position when you first started this video and probably no results. So for now anyway, I hope this video gives you an insight and understanding of what actually has changed in Airbnb's algorithm and what you need to do right now. Now, I'm going to do a separate video about the exact tools and strategies we're using with our clients to up their performance in 2026 so that you guys can probably start implementing in your business too. If you're new to this channel, my name is Piers BK from growairbnb.com. Now, you can see in my channel, I have done absolutely hundreds and hundreds of videos. That still kind of makes sense in today's market because I was talking about Airbnb's changes, guest behavior, platform updates, all of these things like probably go back to even 2020 when actually nobody was talking about it. So right now we are in a position where we've worked with so many clients around the world, and look, if you look at our Trustpilot review, we've hit over 109 reviews, and it's pretty much clients like yourself, and probably with 1 or 2 units, to clients with over 400 units. And I've even got clients with over 400 units giving us review and in between. And the idea here is we need to make sure you protect your business, make sure you protect your booking, you make money, and you stay ahead of algorithm changes. So guys, thank you so much for watching another Grow Airbnb video, and I'll be back with another video soon.